Hey guys, welcome to Heat, Happy Energy, Amor Tarot. See, we spend so much time asking what are they thinking, what are they feeling, do they love me, do they miss me, are they going to commit to me? But today, we gently turn the mirror. Today is about you, your peace, your growth, your highest good. So, we're going to look at this connection through a different lens. What is happening right now? um, why this bond maybe entered your life, what is the lesson possibly, what kind of connection is this, how is it affecting your emotional well-being, should you walk away, what would happen if you walk away, things like those, the guidance. So take a deep breath and choose a pile. We are doing a pick a pile, so whichever deck kind of resonates with you more, you feel attracted to pull uh, a little bit more. So if you have gone with this one, let's begin. I have already taken out the cards here. Now, the first card is the Hermit. See what's happening in your energy and this connection right now. That's Hermit. See, this connection feels quieter than it looks on the surface. You or this person may be pulling inwards, needing space to process, reflect upon things. This is where you need to understand what this this bond truly means. There's emotional distance, but this is not cold. This is contemplative. This is when you are sitting in isolation and solitary, not because you want to cut off with that person, but because you want to connect with yourself, with your own emotions. You want to understand them. So, this is the kind of pause where clarity is forming behind the scenes. You're being guided to trust your inner wisdom more than the outer noise here. So, reflective phase, space that creates truth. That is where you're at right now, or the connection is at right now. Now, we have King of Wands. See, why did this connection entered your life? See, the connection entered to awaken your confidence, your personal power. King of Wands is a very um, leadership based, action oriented energy. This is where there is this bold, passionate energy that pushes you to take up space, speak clearly, and own your desires. Maybe you were suppressing them somewhere and you needed to realize that. This person mirrors leadership, vision, and courage, traits your soul is strengthening. They didn't arrive quietly, they came to spark movement in your life. A catalyst for confidence, action, and bold self expression is what I see here. Now we have Six of Cups. See, Six of Cups carries strong soulmate familiarity, okay? There's emotional ease, shared softness, a sense of, I have known you before. This bond feels sincere, nostalgic, very heart centered here. So, this is less about chaos, more about emotional recognition. So, this is a gentle, soulmate type of a bond rooted in emotional familiarity here. So, there is some soul connection, some soul recognition happening here. Yeah. Now, if this reading is resonating with you, do subscribe to the channel. How is this connection affecting your emotional well being? See, Eight of Wands. Emotionally, this connection does bring movement, stimulation. This brings a lot of energy here. You may feel excited, mentally engaged, pulled into constant communication or anticipation. There's momentum that keeps your heart active and alert. Yes, it is energizing, but sometimes that can be overwhelming when something, the things just keep happening too fast, too quickly for you to even realize they're happening. There's so many wands flying all together in one same point, they are directed. So when you have so much happening at once, that can uh, cause restlessness. So this is fast emotional momentum, exciting but intense, and it can be challenging. Do you feel empowered or drained? See, at its best, the connection makes you feel supported and emotionally safe because we have this Four of Wands. It feels very joyful, it feels celebratory. There's a sense of belonging, shared joy, and moments that feel genuinely grounded. You're able to relax and be yourself here. It restores more than it exhausts, for sure. More empowering than draining, emotionally stabilizing. I'm not saying that It doesn't mean there are no challenging times, because we have seen there are some, and that's the reason there is this hermit energy that showed up. Now, Queen of Wands. See, is effort balanced or one sided? This is beautiful because, King of Wands appeared earlier. Now we see this Queen here. This often reflects energetic equals, even if in physical form it isn't. Two strong individuals who bring presence, warmth, and confidence into the connection. Effort here isn't about chasing, it's about mutual magnetism and natural engagement. Both people show up with intention and self respect, is what I see here. See, this is balanced mutual effort between two strong equals, um, because the king and queen both have showed up, is what I feel. The red flags that you could be overlooking, you might be overlooking. Three of Cups. Watch for um, keeping things too light. Sometimes constant fun, social energy, surface harmony, it can avoid deeper conversations. It can avoid or delay, hard discussions here. See, if everything stays pleasant, um, important emotional needs may go unspoken. Not every smile means alignment, right? Just because you're sitting, you're having dinner together, you're having good time together, or you're constantly talking to each other, that doesn't mean you're aligned, you know, because alignment is when you're able to have those difficult conversations, when you're able to manage those chaotic energies. So don't mistake good vibes for deep compatibility, is what this is saying. Now, what happens if you walk away? See, walking away brings practical recalibration. You regain balance. Two of Pentacles is the energy. You reorganize your priorities. Maybe you have put this person up at top of your priority list right now, which isn't a very good idea for you. Steady emotional world is what you create if you walk away. It may feel like juggling at first, but clarity grows with each grounded choice that you make here. Life becomes simpler, more manageable. You don't have to keep juggling things. So, emotional balance returns through practical clarity, is what I see. What your higher self wants you to know. Knight of Wands. See, your higher self leans closer, almost smiling, reminding you who you really are beneath this waiting and wondering. You are not built for half hearted journeys. You are, there's this bold, alive, passionate spirit within you that thrives on forward motion, honest desire, and experiences that feel real and electric. Knight of Wands, if you look at this card, I mean, can you see even this, whatever this instrument is called? I'm going to call it drum. Even there's a fire in there. Look at the expressions, look at the vibration in that card. So, see, this card speaks of your life force, the part of you that says yes to growth, yes to adventure, yes to love, that feels energizing rather than exhausting. So, if you've been dimming your enthusiasm, holding yourself back to keep something stable, your soul is gently pushing you to reclaim that spark that you have. See, momentum heals you, movement clears you. Staying stuck is going to drain you far more than taking a brave step ever will. So you're allowed to pursue what excites you, is what this is saying. Don't cage your fire. Let it let it burn things down. That's all right for some time. See, as this energy settles, you're reminded of something deeply important here. Real alignment doesn't ask you to, dim your light or overextend your heart or over explain yourself. Your, you deserve connections that celebrate your presence, not merely tolerate it. Stand tall in who you are becoming. The right people don't just enter your life, they recognize your value, they honor your spirit, they walk beside you with that equal fire of this Knight of Wands. So that was pile one. Thank you, guys. And we will move on to pile two. Now, if you have chosen this one, we will start your reading. Now, the first energy is King of Cups. See, the energy that you are in, or the connection is in, the connection sits in deep emotional waters. This is where feelings are sincere, mature, meaningful. Even if they are not dramatically expressed here, there's this quiet care, the kind that shows in steady presence rather than any loud declarations. You may sense emotional depth beneath the surface, like, something really is carefully contained here. So, quiet emotional depth, sincere feelings are present here. Why did this connection enter your life? Well, we have a devil sitting right here. This connection entered as a powerful mirror here. It reflects attachment patterns, emotional dependencies, and places where desire and fear, you know, got entangled together here, like you can see in this card. See, there is intense chemistry, there is no doubt about that, but also lessons about boundaries and self worth. You're learning where you hold on too tightly, where you compromise too much, where freedom needs to replace that emotional control here. So this bond teaches empowerment through awareness. So I would say this is a transformative lesson in breaking unhealthy emotional cycles. And strangely, we had King of Cups to begin with, which talks about emotional sincerity and maturity. Now, if this reading is resonating with you, do subscribe to the channel. Now we have Ten of Pentacles. See, this is a strong karmic foundation energy here. This connection carries long-term themes like family, legacy, long-term building, shared value structure. Um, it feels destined in a practical, grounded way, not just emotional, uh, but life-altering way. Souls, meeting to build something lasting, a karmic bond tied to long-term life foundations. You see these guys sitting here. There's a castle behind, they have dogs and everything. So, yeah, it is a very, very strong energy. Um, and I don't see what I feel from this is you both have spent some past lives together. Um, there is some sort of legacy involved here. Something is being carried forward here. Now, how is this um, bond, how does this connection affect you, um, your emotional well being? Ten of Cups. The first reading, also, I think we had maybe Four of Wands, which is a beautiful energy, and Ten of Cups as well. See, this is emotionally, this connection can feel deeply fulfilling. This is like somewhere you feel really loved. Um, but also looking at this, I feel that, do you see one bird is pink and one is white here? So one person maybe goes cold off and on. One person is completely wearing maybe rose tinted glasses at times, sorry. See, there is heart level joy, shared dreams, moments where everything feels aligned and meaningful. It brings a sense of belonging, emotional harmony, and uh, when the energy flows well, you're you glimpse this kind of love that feels complete. But this is when energy flows. But when energy is stuck, you feel like you've had loss of blood. There's something which is, you know, everything goes flat, is what I feel. So there is strong emotional fulfillment, shared happiness, as long as the energy is flowing. And we have, Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups both. So we have two tens in the deck, which are a little overwhelming, challenging, and two which are super stable, emotionally fulfilling. And you have got the ones which are the pretty ones, right? See, one builds the life, one fills the heart. Stability meets emotional joy here, a rare alignment of security and love together, which is beautiful, in fact. But at the same time, like I said, that as long as the energy flows, that is the important part. Now, do you feel more empowered or drained? Well, emotionally, even though we have 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, yet emotionally there's heaviness you can't ignore. There is a lot of overthinking, negative overthinking here you can't ignore. There is anxiety, there are mental spirals that keep interrupting your peace. Night feels longer, thoughts feel louder, possibly. See, the connection may live in your heart, but it's it occupies the worry space in your life here. See, emotionally draining due to stress and mental overload. I don't know what is the stress, but it is mentally draining you. Um, Hermit, see, is the effort is not balanced here. This is where it's uneven. It feels uneven to me with this hermit. This is where someone is withdrawing, processing alone, needing solitude instead of, kind of shared engagement where you try to sort things out. If there is an issue, what is the anxiety all about? How can I help? No, that's not happening right now. You have been left alone to deal with that anxiety on your own. This is reflection replaces participation, is what is happening here. There is distance where presence is needed. Excuse me. So, imbalanced effort, one person has stepped back. All right, so now what red flags are you overlooking? Knight of Cups. See, Knight of Cups is a very charming energy. Charm can be very convincing. Everyone likes to be charmed, okay? But romantic words and sweet gestures are not enough. They feel sincere in the moment, but consistency tells you the real story. That is what is missing here. Emotional expression must be supported with dependable actions. So, promise without a follow through slowly kind of erodes trust. That's what has happened here. So, see, romance needs reliability to be real. And that is the red flag that you are ignoring constantly. You're not watching the actions of the person. What happens if you walk away? Seven of Cups. See, distance clears emotional fog. Clarity doesn't come before making decisions. I read this somewhere. Clarity only comes after you have made a decision, you have taken a decision. See, confusion will soften here. Choices become clearer and more grounded, is what's going to happen if you walk away. You start seeing reality instead of the projection that is happening right now. Space will restore your perspective here. Walking away brings clarity and emotional realism. It is definitely good for you, is what I see here. Now, what your higher self wants you to know is Six of Pentacles. See, this is again about, we saw Hermit was about uneven effort being put in. So there is imbalance in the connection. Possibly that's why the Nine of Swords showed up with the anxiety. You're being guided towards relationships that feel more balanced, mutual, emotionally fair. See, love is not meant to feel like overgiving or constantly proving your worth. You deserve reciprocity, where care, effort, and presence flow naturally in both directions. It can't be a one-way street. This is about energetic equality. Who shows up for you the way you show up for them? That is important. Who meets you where you are at? See, healthy love feels like a shared rhythm, not a one sided performance. This is where, you know, um, balanced love is your soul's standard. Mutual care, equal effort, that has to be there. That is what your higher self is telling you with the Six of Pentacles energy. See, um, as this story completes itself, the truth that kind of rises here is that love should feel steady, nourishing, not just charming, not like something that you have to earn every day. Keep your standards where your self respect lives. The connection that is meant for you will meet you where your self respect is at.